This week, 2 men asked me out to go on a date with them, and so this week I went out on 2 first dates. And on those 2 first dates, those men did not pay.
Who else has been through this most terrifying moment of your life when you realize that the man that has been taking care of you and your kids for the past 10 years, for the past decade, is just stopping. He's not going to take care of you anymore.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
And now you have to take care of yourself. What? Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what did you say?
How was the lie?
No, what did you say before that?
What?
What did you say before that?
I'm gonna take my walk?
Before that.
You wanna do it?
Right.
What?
What did you expect me to say? I said no, but what did you expect me to say?
I never know. What difference does it make?
Well, it makes a lot of difference.
You're making a video.
Anyway, exciting times over here, just off the live and catching up with emails and TikToks, and anyway, that's what I get. You want to do it? Marriage 101.
So you're telling me that a man who is your husband can ask you very plainly and straightforward without any pressure if you want to be intimate with him. It's just a clear yes or no answer, and he's not going to pressure you into it. He's on to the next topic, asking you how your live was. But you have to shame him because you are so offended that he asked you that question. How dare he? Because what? You're busy doing the things that are more important, which is talking on your TikTok live, your followers, your emails. This here is something that makes a man feel like nothing. And honestly, when he realizes that he's being filmed, you can hear the exhaustion in his voice. That is a man that had no problem taking the no, but then you made it a problem by shaming him online. Yeah, this is a problematic marriage when this is occurring. Absolutely. When you're finding the need to shame your husband for wanting you online, a husband being shamed for wanting to be with his wife in that way.
Wait, so we're starting with 2 dates where the guys didn't pay, and somehow we're already talking about a marriage falling apart. Bro, this escalated fast. Then her husband asks a simple question about intimacy, and listen to that tone. He's not even pressuring her. He gets a no, accepts it, and moves on. But somehow, he ends up getting shamed online for asking. Nah, imagine feeling embarrassed for asking your own wife a question. And that awkward tension. Yeah, this marriage already sounds exhausted.
Make it make sense.
Hey man, is this Zach?
Yeah, who this?
This is Michael. Hey, I keep seeing your number pop up on my girl's phone. And, you know, I'm a little nervous for what's going on with everything. She's kind of been hit or miss. Do you have anything to say? Like, I just want to make sure that... She said you were a coworker. I hope you're just a coworker, bro.
We're a little more than co-workers.
What does that mean?
We've been hanging out.
Like, how often hanging out? At work or...
Outside of work.
Outside of work. So, like, just get me straight, because last night she said she was going to Chloe's birthday party. Did she go to your place? Because this is my last straw. She was at your house?
Yeah.
Alright. That's all the evidence I needed.
She belongs to the streets.
Excuse me. I noticed you here and you look like exactly my f***ing type, you know?
Good for you.
Excuse me. I noticed you here and you look like exactly my f***ing type, you know?
Good for you.
You're not from
abandoned me 2 months ago to find herself.
Ooh. Hold up. Michael just called a guy whose number keeps showing up on his girlfriend's phone. You can hear the nerves immediately. He's trying to sound calm, but he needs an answer. Then comes the bombshell. We're a little more than co-workers. Bro, there it is. No complicated explanation, no misunderstanding, just straight confirmation. And when Michael asks if she was at the guy's house, he gets the answer that basically ends the investigation. That's all the evidence I needed. Yep, case closed.
Oh no, these never end good.
Oh.
My wife Mary's family had a history of dementia, developing memory issues in their mid to late 50s. Her mom, grandmother, and several other relatives on her mom's side have developed dementia. Her mom lived with us for 4 years until earlier this year. Her father is dead. Our kids are independent and out of the house. Oldest is in her last semester of college and the youngest is enlisted. The last 4 years were tough on us. Our kids, daughter moved for college but moved back for a little bit during COVID, and our marriage. Living with someone with dementia is brutal. We have talked a lot last year about taking the remaining college fund and our regular savings, selling or renting the house. We were ready to downsize anyway, quit our jobs, and travel for a year or until the money runs out. We just had to wait for her mom to move into a home. I understand her anxiety about developing dementia, and I was burned out. You live through COVID, working remote, a wife working remote, a college and high school student taking remote classes, and a mother-in-law with dementia, and you see how you hold up. Space finally opened up, and we were able to move her mom into a care facility. I thought I had a chance to breathe. When we moved Mary's mom out, Mary's mental health took a huge downward spiral. I went from caring for her mom to caring for her. She felt guilty about putting her mom in a home and had lots of anxiety about developing dementia. Our plan was to start our traveling summer 2024, and this story is in 2023. 2 months ago, I get home and she left a note. My friend calls it Exhibit A. Basically, she was going on our trip without me. She had quit her job, took most of our savings, and wasn't sure when she'd be back. Maybe a year, maybe sooner. She knew I'd understand. Her location is turned off. My calls go directly to voicemail. I texted the kids a picture of the note.
That's terrible.
We have our checking accounts for direct deposits of our paychecks, but we transfer most of it into a joint account to pay the household bills and savings. We both have access to the main savings account. We have joint...
This story just went from awkward dating clips to genuinely heartbreaking. This man spent years helping his wife care for her mother with dementia, thinking they were eventually going to travel and enjoy life together. He was burned out, she was struggling mentally, and they finally got her mom into care. You'd think that would be the moment they could breathe again, but instead, everything starts falling apart. Then he comes home one day and finds a note. And trust me, that note changes everything.
Credit cards we use for household expenses. The 2 cars and mortgages are joint. We both also have our own small savings account, our own retirement accounts, equity funded, and our own credit cards for gifts and fun things. I closed all joint cards and accounts. I waited a month to see if she'd come back, hopefully before she spent our savings. After receiving only 1 text the first month, I went to a lawyer. She basically said that there was very little to do right now, other than changing the beneficiaries of my retirement account and life insurance. Yay, my wife gets nothing else if I die alone while she's having our adventures. It was only a month and there was no way to serve her papers. My lawyer advised me to keep paying the mortgage and the cars. The cost of trying to get a judge to approve the sale of joint assets was more than making payments. I didn't want to ruin my credit by letting one of our cars get repossessed, but I couldn't sell it because she's on the title. I get random texts and she sporadically posts on Instagram. Of course, she has her comments turned off. I want to block her so bad, but my lawyer advised me that it's better to maintain a communication channel that's not through our kids. Her last post was from Hawaii. She put in the comments how great a husband I was for letting her take this trip.
Whoa.
I'm barely making it, paying 2 cars, a mortgage, household bills, insurance, hoping there are no emergencies because I have no savings. And she's enjoying our trip. Her. I'm so pissed at her. I helped take care of her mom for 4 years, and her when she fell apart after her mom moved into a memory care home. And she returns the favor by abandoning me? I'll never get to this trip, and I'll have to put off retirement. My only solace is my kids are pissed at her too. They'll probably forgive her eventually. Double f*** her. I'm no fool. She's hooking up with guys. She looks good. She'll have 0 problems getting men. I texted her and asked if she was sleeping around. A week later, she responded that wasn't true. Sure. So I'm drinking alone on a Friday night, and she's somewhere, probably on a beach, enjoying her life. Edit, my lawyer has given me a bunch of advice and options.
Nah, she didn't just leave. She quit her job, took a huge chunk of their savings, and basically disappeared. And this guy is still sitting there paying the mortgage, 2 cars, insurance, and household bills while she's traveling around. That's brutal. Then she posts from Hawaii and says he's a great husband for letting her take the trip. Wait, letting her? Bro is financially drowning while she's posting vacation updates like this is some couple's retreat. And now he's wondering if she's even coming back.
It was just way more than I could possibly include in this post. I could definitely push the issue harder, and I might need to at some point, but all that work is very expensive. finding her, serving her, getting a judge to sign off. That's not cheap. I'm following up soon. I plan on talking about savings and my finances. Until I paid all the bills and realized how little was left, it didn't hit me that I had to worry about money. And then relevant comments. Somebody says, thanking you for letting her take this trip is basically her saying, when I get through living this single life, I'll be coming back to the comfort and security of a married life. When she returns, I'd say, welcome home. Here are your walking papers. And OP responded, she is 100% under the delusion that she's coming back to a marriage. She had a few conversations with our daughter, and she's convinced I'll understand and forgive her. So she is speaking to the kids.
Get the hell out of
So
here.
disgusting.
You freaking delusional bitch.
Another comment. Tell your daughter to pass along the message that you're filing for divorce for abandonment and see if this gets you some traction. I don't generally like the idea of going through kids, but they need to have your back on this. Maybe even tell her they'll cut her off as well if she keeps doing this to you and the family. Maybe even start posting about how she's living the good life and letting your kids and family know what kind of pickle this has put you in. Everyone probably assumes you're on board with this if you're not purposefully driving the true narrative. And Opie responded, she only hears what she wants. I asked her to send me an address to serve her papers. She only told me that we'll work it out when she comes home. Like the we will. My daughter tells her all the pain she's causing, but she just says that she only has 5 to 10 years left until she gets dementia. It's impossible to know if she'll even develop dementia, but shouldn't she be spending this time with her family? An update from my original post. I'm feeling much more positive now that the financial situation has become a little bit more manageable. Basically, I'm running up debt that will get paid off when I sell the house. Even with lawyer fees, I have 6 to 8 more months before I have to worry about money, assuming there are no emergencies. My friend's wife gave me some good advice. Don't go from being a hero to a villain in your kids' eyes. How I talk about and treat my wife will determine my future relationship with my kids. I don't give a damn about my wife, but I don't want to make her a sympathetic figure or drive them away from both of us. I followed up with a lawyer. Basically, she said we're going to have her pay back the savings she took through a reduction in the shares of assets. Any division of assets will include the savings she took. She'll also have to repay the money I spent maintaining the house while she was gone. There is plenty of equity in her share of the house and her retirement plans to cover that. She said that our finances are so intertwined after nearly 25 years of marriage, my wife is going to get some share of the assets. Best case is she agrees to the terms of the divorce. It's relatively cheap and quick. Otherwise, it gets complicated and expensive. She gave me a lot of options and how much I can expect to spend, so I've decided to just wait mostly. I just got a couple of credit cards with promo rates for purchases and transfers. That gives me breathing room and I can conserve cash. I'll just pay them off when I sell the house. Now that my financial situation is less stressful, I'm actually enjoying her being gone. I'm free to do whatever I want, whenever. I don't have to cook or clean or take care of anyone. The house is quiet for the first time I can remember. I loved my wife, but her mental health weighed down our marriage. On balance, it was worth it until now. The first month or so, I expected her to be there whenever I'd get home. When someone was at the door, or if I heard noises, I'd think it was her. I checked the doorbell cam obsessively. I'm not looking forward to her returning. It has to happen, but when she comes back, I'll have to deal with her. The divorce, getting the house ready to sell, dividing all of our stuff, finding a new place to live. I'm hoping she'll stay away until after New Year's, but my daughter says she thinks her mom will be home for Christmas, either to stay or visit. My lawyer will have papers.
This is where the situation gets really messy. He realizes the money isn't just some temporary inconvenience. He's actually burning through what he has just keeping everything afloat. Then people start telling him to file for divorce, while his wife apparently believes she'll return home and everything will magically be forgiven. Seriously, she left, took the savings, traveled away, and still thinks the marriage has a reset button. But then something unexpected happens. His finances become manageable, and suddenly he starts enjoying the freedom. That changes the whole energy.
Ready to serve her. Hopefully she'll just agree to the terms and continue her travels. People had some great advice. Renting or selling the house, not really feasible right now since I have to fix some things up and get it ready to sell/rent. Since I need a place to live at the moment, I'll net each month rent minus mortgage minus rent on a new apartment minus storage unit equals it's not worth it. My kids' rooms are still full of their stuff. I don't want to spend the time and effort to clean them out and put them in storage. Getting a HELOC, this was great advice. I didn't realize I needed both people to get a loan. If I need more money, I can go this way. In the short term, the promo rates on the credit cards were cheaper and easier than getting a HELOC. Serving my wife divorce papers or getting divorced in absentia, this is something I might need to do eventually, but the cost in lawyer fees goes up exponentially in cases like this. I'm comfortable just waiting for now. Look at the phone bill to see where she's at and possibly going. I did look at her usage and I did notice that she doesn't post on social media until after she leaves a place.
She is so calculated and it's sick.
Yes.
Like when she posted about Hawaii, she made a call that day that originated in Los Angeles. She posted about a cruise and I figured out the dates, trying to serve her at the port possibly.
A cruise? A cruise?
Can you imagine hopping off the boat and getting served at the pier?
But it ended a couple of days before she posted. She tried adding international calling to her line, but I blocked it, so she removed her phone from our account. Relative comments. So, oh my gosh, I am infuriated on your behalf. The audacity of, my husband is so great for letting me take this trip. The petty in me hopes she'll be home for Thanksgiving because I want her world to explode. And then Opie responded, she told her family she won't be home for Thanksgiving. Nobody told her my daughter and I are spending Thanksgiving with her family though. She could see the posts of us having a good time without her. And then somebody else said, please change the locks on the house so she can't just waltz back in while you're out one day. I'm so angry for you. I've been married for 23 years, and if my husband did this to me, God help anyone between me and him. And Opie said she left her keys. I changed the code on the security system, the passphrase, and password. I also found a new hiding place for the emergency key we had in the backyard. And then somebody else said, so she's just going to blow through all the money and then just assume she'll take her back and care for her when dementia hits her? And Opie said, seems to be her plan, but it's not mine. And then there's updates.
Bro, this man has basically turned into a detective. He's figuring out travel dates, watching phone activity, and even trying to work out where she might be before she moves again. And the cruise idea? I mean, imagine stepping off a ship and getting handed divorce papers at the pier. That's not a vacation surprise anyone ordered. Then she changes her phone account after he blocks international calling, and the whole thing gets even pettier. But wait, Christmas is coming, and she's planning to come home. Yeah, this is about to get uncomfortable.
Okay, so my wife texted me in the middle of December that she'd be home for Christmas. I told her that we, our daughter and I, would be at my brother's. She obviously wasn't welcome. I'd leave her car in the driveway, in the fob in the backyard. She wasn't allowed in the house unless I was there. She didn't have keys to get in. She spent Christmas with her sister. When I got back, I met with her. I decided not to be overly confrontational because I didn't want to give her the satisfaction of thinking I cared enough to be mad. She was taken aback about how detached I was. I could tell it bothered her that I didn't show much emotion, not even anger. I just wanted her to agree to a divorce. I asked why she left without telling anyone. She said she didn't want to wait a year. She didn't want anyone talking her out of it, and she didn't want to work anymore. She just wanted to leave because her mental health got worse. I'm sure it was mostly because she didn't want me to stop her from taking the money. She knew I would take care of everything with the kids and the house when she left. We had decided to go summer of 2024 for a few reasons. Packing everything and getting the house ready to sell was going to be a lot of work. We wanted to make sure our daughter graduated college, got a job, and was settled. We wanted to make sure we had money when we got back. We wouldn't have a house, cars, or job, so we just needed money because it could take months to find work and a place to live. We didn't want to have any worries or deal with a mess back home. At some point in our planning, she began questioning to herself, not me, if she ever wanted to go back to our old life. She didn't want to work full-time or buy a house or stay in one place after we got back. She wasn't sure what she wanted, but she didn't think she would figure it out talking to me. I told her that's the reason we were taking the trip, to figure things out together, to see what we wanted for the next part of our life. I asked her why she didn't just get a divorce before she left. Then she wouldn't have to do this behind our backs, and she would have plenty of money without stealing our joint savings. She claims that she didn't want a divorce, that she wanted us to live whatever life she figured out. I told her that's not how marriages work, one person deciding for the other. In talking/texting our daughter, her family, my texts, and voicemails, she realized I might not forgive her. She was right about that.
Might.
So she might have to visualize a future without me.
No, you start visualizing a future without me. Are you crazy?
This is where I hope she would say some stupid like she was going to squander all of her money living in a van and make travel vlogs, or she met some guy that she needed to wire money to so they could open an ice cream shop in Alaska.
Wait, she comes home for Christmas, and instead of finding the husband she left furious, she finds him completely detached. That's gotta sting. He's not yelling, he's not begging, he's barely showing emotion, and somehow that seems to bother her more than anger would've. Then she explains why she left, saying her mental health was getting worse, and she didn't want to wait. But here's the problem. She wanted to figure out her life without deciding what that meant for the marriage. And now he's making it clear that marriage doesn't work that way.
Instead, she wants to be a digital nomad, working part-time, fully remote, and living in new places. She tried to convince me to go with her, but I'll never be able to trust her, plus I don't love her anymore. Traveling like that for a few years doesn't sound bad, but she doesn't have a job or any work lined up. She's not in her 20s, and that way of living will get old quick. No close friends, no family. I want her to make it work so she won't be here trying to get back in our lives. Number 1, how are the kids doing? Our son wouldn't have seen us the entire time she was gone anyway. He only responds to her with very short texts. He told me that she wanted to see him, but he said that he was too busy and he wouldn't be able to get away. He lives in the barracks, so it's an easy excuse to avoid her. My daughter stopped talking to her / texting her. She's pretty upset. Her worry turned to anger when she realized her mom wasn't having a mental breakdown, but just being selfish. If her mom was sticking around, they could probably work through it eventually. I just care that my daughter is happy, so whatever she decides, I'll support. Number 2, did she spend all of the money? About half. I think she realized she needed to figure it out before she completely ran out of money. 3, did she sleep with anyone? I didn't ask because I didn't care. Asking would imply I wanted her back, or it would matter. Even though I didn't ask, she claims she didn't. Not sure if she's lying or not. She might just be saying that because she doesn't want the kids to have another reason to be mad at her. 4, does she feel bad for what she put us through? She claims she does, and she wishes she had handled it differently. She said getting away and figuring herself out was best for her. I told her she was just being selfish, and when she first left, we were worried something would happen to her, and we would never see her again. She always has been self-centered. I told her she's taking the easy route and letting everyone else handle the difficult parts. If she gets sick, kids will take care of her, goes broke, lives with family, abandon everything, they'll forgive her. She thinks her siblings and our children will let her live with them like we let her mom live with us.
Oh, hell no.
I'm sure when she visualizes her future, she sees our kids there. They might not be, and definitely not in the same way they were before. Despite how it might sound, I'm actually really happy with how it all turned out. Our divorce is far from final, but we agreed on the big things. We'll sell the house, how to split the retirement and profit from the house, how to pay back the money she took, and what I spent maintaining the household. I got most of what I...
So now, she wants to be a digital nomad, work remotely, move around, and somehow expects him to come along for the adventure. Bro, after everything that happened, you're asking him to trust you and join the road trip. Nah, he admits he doesn't love her anymore and doesn't trust her, and that's the part that really lands. Then their kids start pulling away too. Her daughter realizes this isn't just some temporary breakdown, she's choosing this lifestyle. And when the husband starts explaining what her future could actually look like without the family, that's when it gets real.
I wanted from the settlement. She'll soon be mostly out of my life. I won't have to pay alimony, and because she's choosing to make significantly less money than I was, I won't be forced to support her. That would be a kick to the teeth. She isn't my responsibility anymore. I won't have to care for her if she does get sick or goes broke. I figured I'd start dating again. I didn't realize a 50-year-old man with children out of the house, a good job, and in decent shape would be a catch. I'm not fighting women off with a stick, but I've had a lot more interest than I expected. It's been kind of nice meeting new people. I've worked out the numbers and I'll be doing pretty well after everything is settled. I only have to support myself. Not where I wanted to be, 50, getting divorced and using Reddit as free therapy sessions, but I'm happier now than I've been in a while. I'm even planning a little vacation of my own.
Yay.
P.S. Thanks to everyone that has responded and reached out. It means a lot. Top comment. to the post. I've been looking forward to this update. A lot less dramatic than we thought it would be, I'm sure, but it sounds like things are going to be okay for OP, more or less. Man, his wife really didn't realize yet how much she screwed up, huh? She's losing her stability and entire support system and doesn't even know it. Her children are definitely not going to be there for her in the future the way she thinks they would be, and she doesn't understand she brought this on herself by being so selfish and short-sighted.
Stop telling me to go meet someone in the wild when I go in the wild and someone will be staring at me the whole entire night and won't come say hi. How many more times is that going to happen? How many more times am I going to be in the bar, playing pool, at the coffee shop, on a walk, and I will be staring down another person who is staring me down, smiling across the table, whatever, and you don't come say hi?
I don't even understand how it's possible that somebody who looks as good as I do is pumping my own gas.
Here's the plot twist nobody saw coming. He's actually doing okay. The divorce settlement is moving forward. He's protecting his finances, and suddenly he's realizing he doesn't have to spend his life taking care of someone else. Then he starts dating again, and discovers being a 50-year-old guy with a career, decent shape, and grown kids isn't exactly a disadvantage. I mean, bro thought the dating market was over, and apparently it was just waiting for him to show up. Meanwhile, another woman is complaining that nobody approaches her. And here we go again.
Pump your own gas. As good as I do is pumping my own gas. It's an evil world we live in.
Hey, what's your sign?
Scorpio.
Really? Oh, that's gonna be a no for me. I'm sorry. What's your zodiac sign?
Aquarius.
Oh no, hell no.
Rejected.
What's your sign?
My sign?
Yeah.
I'm an Aries.
No thanks.
Sorry.
What is your sign?
I'm a Capricorn.
Oh really?
Yes.
No thanks.
Oh, what? This is my...
What are you doing?
You got it, right?
No, you asked me here.
But you're the man.
I paid for the first one.
So?
You're paying for it. You're tripping, bro.
Are you serious?
Pissing me the...
Are you seriously not paying?
What? Bro, you asked me here. I already hit too. You're tripping.
The man.
Hey! I'm not interested!
I don't want you.
I'm not interested! I don't have any money! I'm not interested! I have a girlfriend! Okay. I'm not interested! Whoa! No, not interested!
Finally, my first time getting hit on in Home Depot, and he's not even attractive.
Hi, I'm the man that Schminda817 said was hitting on her at Home Depot. I wanted to come on here and take a moment to clear a few things up. One, ouch. I mean, I'm not Brad Pitt, but I'm not Quasimodo either. And I've got a really good sense of humor. And women keep on saying that the most important thing in a man is a sense of humor. So, B, I wasn't hitting on you. I was asking you if you knew where the screws were. And I can see with the benefit of hindsight how that might have come off as hitting on you. But I was legitimately just looking for a screw.
If a guy's hard to get, I chase for some reason.
Is it more attractive for a guy to simp for you, or if he's like hard to get?
People always want what they can't have. If you act hard to get, I'm gonna want to get it more. But once I get you, then yeah, you gotta be a simp. It is hot when a guy's...
Naf, the dating debate is getting wild now. She's saying men don't approach, while the commentary argues women sometimes give almost zero indication they're interested. Then we get the zodiac sign speed dating. What's your sign? Scorpio. Nope. Bro, imagine getting rejected because the planets filed a complaint. But then the Home Depot story completely flips the situation. The guy she thought was hitting on her comes forward and says he wasn't even flirting. He was looking for a screw. Wait, so the entire interaction may have been a misunderstanding. That's awkward.
When a guy sends for me, but I don't go for them. It's the ones that are hard to get. When a guy sends for me, I'm like, yeah, that's cute, but If a guy's hard to get, I chase for some reason.
This is what women do. We break up with you in our head, emotionally, before we ever finally break up with you, because by the time we're done, when we actually break up with you, we're good. Like, I already did the healing and the processing of this relationship falling apart while it was in the relationship.
Okay. So she's a 10, but she has a high body count. Is she white?
I'm his girlfriend, so she probably...
So she's a 10, but she has a high body count. Is she white?
Yeah, I'm his girlfriend, so you should probably disapproach.
Body count is 1. But she asked me for a TikTok.
It's just a TikTok. We're good. Thank you.
That's such a...
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Tell me why every day I go out looking adorable, tits bouncing, skin glistening, and yet nobody ever hits on me or approaches me. Ever. Oh my god, like please. I'll take a fucking construction worker catcall at this point. Please.
Women out there who are trying to date or who have always tried to date, but it seems like any and every man that they're interested in just isn't interested in them. Because I've been trying to date for like the past 2 years now, and I'd be lying if I said that it didn't do a number on my self-esteem. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I've internalized some rejections. Won't even sit here and gab with you. And I've internalized how men treated me, because after a while it's just like, damn, something might just be wrong with me.
Okay, now we're getting into the games people play when dating. The whole act hard to get, so they chase you strategy sounds cute until everybody starts pretending they don't care, while secretly hoping the other person cares more. Then comes the claim that some women emotionally leave a relationship before officially ending it. That's a scary thought, because one person could be processing the breakup while the other thinks everything is normal. Then the conversation shifts into rejection and self-esteem, and suddenly this isn't funny anymore. She's admitting years of dating failures have made her wonder if something is wrong with her.
I'm in desperate need of a man, okay? Because what do you mean I have to get an oil change? Me, no, that's crazy.
What?
No, I'm a girl. Have I been successfully getting oil changes alone for 7 years now? Yeah, I have, but it feels like it shouldn't be my problem anymore.
Me for this car, beautiful, so have a nice day.
I am beautiful, so spend money on me.
Why would I spend money on you though? You only want me for the car. Like, look at this. Like, I just bought this car too and you're touching it like it's yours.
You're gonna tell me no?
Yeah.
Nobody tells me no.
Yeah, I just did. Have a nice day. How about that?
Are you kidding me?
Enjoy your day.
I'm not going anywhere. I always get what I want. I'm gonna get what I want. I want to go show.
And somehow we finish with a woman declaring she's desperate for a man because apparently an oil change has become the final boss of independence. Bro, she says she's been handling it alone for 7 years, but now she's ready to retire from the job. Then the car confrontation gets even crazier when she expects someone else to spend money on her, and he basically says, nope. Her response, nobody tells me no. Famous last words. And then music silence, and damn. What a ride. If you enjoy relationship chaos like this, hit like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.